Jung Infinity KOOK logo sparks cultural debate. Is it right to turn Arirang into global merchandise? Jakarta, January 17, 2026. Could a single logo ignite a worldwide cultural debate? That's exactly what Jungkook, BTS's multi-talented youngest member, has done with his latest design, and social media is still buzzing. The Jung Infinity KOOK logo, accompanied by a subtle reference to Korea's iconic folk song, Arirang, has become the center of a heated conversation. Is it appropriate to use a revered traditional song as inspiration for commercial merchandise? The controversy erupted as fans around the world encountered Jungkook's newest creation, shared on the platform X, formerly Twitter. The post from fan account @Daily77, which featured the logo in all its sleek, minimalistic glory, garnered over 5,000 views and hundreds of likes and reposts within hours. But beyond the applause, a wave of questions and concerns started flooding in. The design itself is unmistakably striking. The Jung Infinity KOOK logo prominently features a golden infinity symbol that seamlessly flows into the letter K, set against a deep black background. The symbol appears to capture the essence of boundless creativity and an unending career trajectory, emblematic of Jungkook's solo artistry. Beneath this, 3 simple black circles form the stylized Arirang, a subtle yet unmistakable nod to Korea's most famous folk song, which UNESCO recognizes as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. At the very bottom, the words designed by Jungkook assert the logo's originality and reinforce the artist's hands-on role in its creation. What makes this design particularly provocative is the intersection of tradition and commerce. Arirang is not just a song, it is a cultural treasure, deeply embedded in the Korean collective consciousness. By integrating its motif into a commercial logo, Jungkook has opened a discussion on cultural ethics in global branding. Some fans laud him for bringing Korea's cultural heritage to an international stage, arguing that it fosters appreciation among a younger, global audience. Others caution that sacred or historic elements should not be commodified, warning that commercial use may dilute the song's cultural significance. Social media reactions have been intense and polarized. Comments under @Daily77's post range from pure admiration to pointed criticism. One user, @truthhurts_s0, posted a collage of Jungkook's previous artistic works, from the iconic purple army logo to custom-designed Nike sneakers, gold medallions engraved with JK, and intricate sketches of abstract faces and butterflies. The post was a reminder that Jungkook is more than just a performer. He is an artist with a diverse visual portfolio. His ability to create, innovate, and blur the lines between music and visual art has been celebrated by fans for years. Born on September 1, 1997, Jungkook's journey from trainee to global superstar is well documented. Alongside singing and dancing, he has consistently demonstrated a passion for visual arts, contributing designs to BTS albums, merchandise, and special events. The Arirang logo may hint at a new chapter in his creative journey, one that bridges Korea's cultural heritage with contemporary design and global commerce. The debate over ethics versus appreciation has sparked countless discussions across forums, X, and Instagram. Some netizens speculate the design could be a teaser for Jungkook's upcoming solo album or a high-profile collaboration with an international fashion brand. Jungkook always surprises us with his talent. This design is beyond aesthetic, one fan wrote, capturing the excitement and pride of ARMY worldwide. Yet amid the excitement lies the question that drives the debate. Where's the line between cultural homage and cultural commodification? Could global recognition of a traditional song be worth the risk of commercialization? Should iconic cultural symbols like Arirang be reserved for heritage preservation, or can they evolve into new forms of creative expression? Experts in cultural studies suggest that using elements like Arirang in merchandise requires careful navigation. Dr. Hyejin Park, a professor of Korean studies at Seoul National University, notes, the global spread of K-pop has created unique opportunities for cultural representation, but it also raises ethical considerations. Artists like Jungkook walk a fine line between popularizing heritage and exploiting it commercially. Meanwhile, Fans continue to dissect every aspect of the logo. Some praise the minimalist design and symbolic depth, noting that the golden infinity sign is both elegant and empowering. Others focus on the 3 black circles, interpreting them as a clever modern reinterpretation of the Arirang melody. In ARMY communities, the logo has sparked design challenges, fan art, and even discussions about how cultural icons should be handled in the digital age. The debate is amplified by Jungkook's unparalleled influence. As a member of BTS, whose global reach is unmatched in contemporary pop culture, his artistic choices inevitably carry weight. Every logo, every design, and every statement is magnified under the scrutiny of millions of fans and critics alike. With the JUNG Infinity KOOK logo, the stakes are higher because it merges personal artistic expression with national heritage, bringing a centuries-old folk song into the realm of contemporary pop culture commerce. Notably, the logo's release coincides with a period of heightened interest in Korean cultural exports. From K-dramas to traditional cuisine and hanbok-inspired fashion, the world has never been more attuned to Korea's rich cultural landscape. Jungkook's integration of Arirang may be viewed as part of this broader phenomenon, where traditional cultural elements are celebrated, reimagined, and shared on a global stage. The conversation also underscores the power of fandom in shaping cultural discourse. ARMYs, who have long championed BTS's creative freedom, are now grappling with questions about responsibility, respect, and cultural representation. Their reactions exemplify the complex relationship between celebrity influence and cultural ethics. Can fans embrace innovation while respecting heritage? The JUNG Infinity KOOK logo challenges them to find that balance, adding another layer to the discussion. Some social media users have proposed that the design may serve as a subtle marketing strategy. By invoking Arirang, Jungkook connects emotionally with both domestic and international audiences, creating a narrative that is culturally resonant yet commercially viable. The question arises, is this a purely artistic choice or a calculated move in branding and global outreach? Regardless of the differing opinions, one fact remains undisputed. Jungkook's ability to spark conversation and inspire debate is unparalleled. Whether through music, fashion, or visual arts, he continues to push boundaries and challenge conventions. With the JUNG Infinity KOOK logo, he has not only offered fans a glimpse of his artistic vision, but also ignited a global discussion about the intersection of tradition, creativity, and commerce. As of now, Jungkook has not released an official statement addressing the controversy. The world watches and waits, while debates rage on social media. Will the design be embraced as a respectful homage to Korean heritage, or will it be criticized as commercial exploitation? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, this is not merely a logo. It is a cultural touchpoint, a conversation starter, and a testament to Jungkook's influence as a modern artist navigating the complexities of global fame. For fans and cultural enthusiasts alike, the JUNG Infinity KOOK logo is more than an aesthetic statement. It is a prompt to reflect, to question, and to engage with Korean heritage in a way that is conscious, critical, and celebratory. As Jungkook continues to expand his artistic footprint, the world will undoubtedly watch every move, every design, and every innovation. Will the Arirang symbol in global merchandise set a precedent for how traditional culture is used in pop culture? Or will it spark stricter conversations about ethical representation? Jungkook has left the door open for discussion, and the world is stepping through. Stay tuned to official BTS channels and Jungkook's updates for what promises to be a defining moment in the interplay between global pop culture and Korea's cultural legacy. The JUNG Infinity KOOK logo may be just the beginning of a conversation that shapes the next decade of artistic innovation, cultural respect, and global creativity. The fascination with Jungkook's JUNG Infinity KOOK logo is not only about its visual elegance, but also about its cultural resonance. The inclusion of Arirang in a commercial context immediately sparked debates about the line between homage and commodification. For centuries, Arirang has served as a symbol of Korean resilience, storytelling, and emotional expression. Historians note that the song originated during times of social hardship, with lyrics reflecting themes of separation, longing, and hope. It is often performed in traditional ceremonies, folk gatherings, and even modern concerts that aim to preserve Korea's intangible cultural heritage, by incorporating Arirang into a logo intended for global merchandise. Jungkook has effectively thrust this cultural artifact into the spotlight of the international pop culture market. Some critics argue that this risks turning a sacred cultural narrative into a commercial tool. Yet, others see it as an innovative way to globalize Korea's heritage, introducing an iconic folk song to younger generations who may have never encountered it outside of BTS fandom circles. Fans, naturally, have been quick to weigh in. On X, threads discussing the logo's meaning have exploded, with thousands of armies dissecting every line, color choice, and geometric shape. One comment that went viral read, "Jungkook isn't just designing a logo, he's bridging generations, blending history with modernity. Look at how the infinity sign flows into the K. It's genius." Another response offered a critical perspective. "I love Jungkook, but Arirang is sacred. Should a folk song become part of a brand or album merchandise? We have to consider respect." This duality, admiration versus caution, perfectly encapsulates the modern challenges of global cultural dissemination. K-pop, and BTS in particular, has been a primary driver of Korea's soft power worldwide. Jungkook, as a prominent figure of this movement, now finds himself navigating uncharted territory, blending commercial design, personal artistry, and cultural heritage on a scale that few pop icons ever experience. Experts in Korean cultural studies have weighed in on this phenomenon. Professor Hyejin Park of Seoul National University emphasizes the nuance required in these situations. Using traditional elements in global pop culture requires careful thought, she explains. On one hand, it allows international audiences to engage with Korea's cultural history. On the other hand, it risks trivializing the meaning if not handled with context or reverence. Jungkook's approach seems subtle, but the ethical conversation is valid. The subtlety she refers to lies in the design's minimalist interpretation of Arirang. Instead of direct imagery or lyrics, Jungkook used 3 black circles, horizontally aligned, forming an abstract nod to the melody. This abstraction allows for both a respectful reference and a modern artistic expression. It is a design choice that sparks curiosity, prompting viewers to ask, what does this mean? Why Arirang? How does this relate to Jungkook's personal artistic journey? Fans have been tracing this evolution for years. From early BTS merchandise, such as the purple ARMY logo and custom sneakers, to intricate sketches and conceptual designs, Jungkook has consistently showcased a unique visual language. His portfolio, including medallions engraved with JK and abstract illustrations, reflects a depth that extends beyond his musical achievements. The JUNG Infinity KOOK logo is, in many ways, a culmination of these efforts, a synthesis of skill, imagination, and cultural awareness. Speculation about the logo's broader purpose is rampant. Some fans believe it might be tied to a forthcoming solo project or collaboration with an international fashion brand. Others suggest it may serve as a teaser for merchandise that merges cultural heritage with contemporary design. "This could be huge," wrote one Twitter user. Imagine Jungkook launching a global brand that honors Korean culture while staying cutting edge. Armies would go wild. Yet, amid excitement, the conversation inevitably circles back to ethics. Can a global pop icon respectfully use elements of national heritage in commercial contexts? Can traditional songs, steeped in centuries of history, coexist with modern branding without losing their meaning? These questions are more than theoretical. They resonate with anyone involved in cultural production, art, or commerce. Jungkook's role in this discussion is particularly notable because of his unprecedented influence. As a member of BTS, he commands the attention of millions worldwide. Every artistic choice he makes carries weight, shaping perceptions of Korean culture abroad. In this sense, the JUNG Infinity KOOK logo is not just a personal artistic expression, it is a cultural statement, a potential trendsetter, and a catalyst for conversation about global respect, cultural ethics, and artistic freedom. Adding another layer, the logo's release coincides with Korea's growing presence on the global cultural stage. From the international acclaim of K-dramas and films to the worldwide popularity of Korean cuisine and fashion, there is a renewed fascination with Korea's cultural outputs. Jungkook's use of Arirang can be viewed within this context, a fusion of global reach and traditional identity. It raises compelling questions. Does global visibility amplify cultural appreciation, or does it risk commodification? Can pop culture heroes responsibly carry the weight of heritage on